If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this. What is going on, people? It's your boy Mr. Bucket List, and here we are today at Seaworld Orlando trying to help you all decide, is it worth getting the reserved seating? Let's check it out. Alright, so let's first start off with the views. As you all can see, the views are right in the dead center. Now, you're not at the very front because you can get splashed, things like that, but you're literally right in the center of each different stadium. And then, not to mention, there's 3 different shows included. So, I mean, you're going to have the Dolphins show, the Sea Lions show, and of course, the Killer Whales show. So, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good value for the amount of shows that you do actually get included, even though, ironically, the shows actually are included in the price of any ticket. First, I do want to start with the Sea Lions show. So this show is actually pretty cool. This is the only show that actually hasn't changed over the years. It's pretty much stayed the same. But like I said earlier, you are going to be right in the center of the actual show itself. And I mean, you're not too high up. You are kind of high up, but not too high up. Now, one thing I did not like about my seating was, even though the seating was great, pretty much after I was the only person in that row, and then after a while they just said forget, and they just let anybody sit in there, and so it just kind of made me mad. I'm like, I'm paying extra for this, and then you got people just randomly sitting there because SeaWorld stopped caring. So that kind of ticked me off a little bit, but thankfully the show was good. Alright, so the second show that was included at the time period was a show called Blue Horizons, which is their dolphin show. It was actually pretty cool. It was actually one of my favorite shows at the park because of the way they would interact with the dolphins and the tricks they would do and stunts and stuff like that. Dolphins are really cool and nimble animals, so they can really do some really nice, cool looking things. And as far as the view, of course, like I showed earlier, you're right in the center of it. So, I mean, you have the 2 poles. You can literally sit in front of the pole, or you don't have that view when you get the reserved seating, even though you can still get the same view if you don't get reserved seating. You just have to get there really early. Now, one thing I do want to mention, you all, I'm sure you have questions. So this definitely was before COVID. So of course, at the time period, there was no mask, there was no social distancing. Now, I think they have a cap on actual shows. So, I mean, if you want to make sure you can actually see all the shows, if you're like your one and only time going to SeaWorld, I would definitely recommend to get this because you're going to get a great seat. You don't have to get there early, and you're actually, like I said, you have a reserved seat. So, I mean, either way, you're going to make sure you actually see the show without it hitting capacity. Now, the last show at the time, again, I apologize for keep saying that over and over again, but these shows have all recently changed besides one of them, is One Ocean. And so this is the one I really enjoyed my seating, and ironically, this was the furthest back because the stadium is the biggest. But this is the show that gets packed, especially at nighttime. It's the last showing. People want to make sure they see that show. So I had a great seat. It was just pretty cool. I had a little sign on myself that said reserved seating. So I mean, people knew that, hey, like, I'm VIP, whatever you want to call it. People knew that, hey, like, I'm different from them. So it just had a different feeling to it. And then it was also weird too as well. So basically, like, the commentator, the little news lady, like, came and stood right beside me and like was doing her news presentation. I was in the camera. It was just really strange. So I mean, that was one thing that kind of just made me laugh a little bit. But either way, like I said, this is definitely kind of the highlight because you get the best view, dead center, and like I said, you're not around a bunch of sweaty, smelly people. So this was all pretty cool. Now, ironically, as far as my rating, I would say maybe try it out. So again, like I said, at the time when I paid for this, I mean, I think it was on some sale, so I ended up getting it for like $14, $15. But either way, I mean, all these shows are included with your ticket. The only difference is you have to get there early, and you can literally, if you were sneaky or shady like those other people, you can literally sit in reserve once the team members leave. So, I mean, you have your options where you can literally get the same exact seat for free, or out of convenience like myself, like I always like to do, you can just pay for it and have the guaranteed seats, have the guaranteed section that you want to actually have. So just kind of keep that in mind. If it's maybe you and somebody else, like a date or something like that, maybe it's worth it. If it's your entire family you're bringing along, I personally don't think it's worth it because that's just a lot of money for something that's technically included in your ticket already. Just get there early. You can literally get the same seats or better. No hassle at all. So, I mean, that's just kind of my heads up, my thoughts about it. Again, a lot of these shows, well, 2 out of 3 of these shows in this video have been changed for the worse, unfortunately, which is better for the animals, but worse for the actual entertainment. But I actually am going to upload these full entire shows so you all can see the difference. So if you want to see that, definitely check the links out below. Eventually, I'll put them on YouTube so you all can check it out. Again, it's your boy, Mr. Bucketlist, signing off. I'll see you soon. Peace out. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please check out my channel for more videos just like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.